milkshakes all day? That's a horrible life.
It's for the art. You don't care about the art? It's the art.
You know what the art is? That green piece of paper with a dollar sign on it.
Exactly.
That's my art.
For that, then.
All right. Tony Gonzalez, Joy with the news.
No.
Turn on the news.
This is the Herd Line News.
Yeah, the snapback from that would be difficult for me.
You just got to watch this movie, Vice.
No, it looks good.
It is, the trailer for it is like no trailer I've ever. He looks exactly like Dick Cheney.
Yeah.
Those movies
director
are
of
always,
The Big Short.
Those movies are always just so interesting to watch. Like Charlize Theron when she did Monster.
Oh my! You can't take your eyes off her.
Yeah.
You know, I just saw him in a car in L.A.
Christian Bale?
Yeah, we look over and I'm with the wife and she's like, "Hey, Christian Bale's right there," and he's in a Tacoma truck, like a cow, and it's really him. It's there's no doubt about it. It's him. And this was probably around three months ago.
Was he skinny or heavy?
No, it was skinny. He looked good. So they must have done this long.
I mean, you got to imagine he's working with like the top people to help get rid of that.
All right.
Tell Toby I said hi, by the way.
I will.
All right. It's Tuesday, which means Jerry Jones appeared on his weekly radio appearance to talk all things America's team, and he gave us some pretty important information about Dallas's defense, which has been rolling lately. Sean Lee is close to returning. And would he automatically jump back in and take over Leighton Vander Esch's spot? Here's Jerry's answer.
Yes. And he needs to be he'll have a rotation, but certainly with a player of his stature. And you ask, well, has he earned it? I've said the other day that Sean has had as much to do with how Vander Esch has evolved as his coaches have. He's an outstanding individual to have in the room with those linebackers, out on the field with those linebackers. When you get him in the game, he's that much more of a quarterback on the field. So he creates a wonderful situation for us.
Ugh, Jerry, no.
They do have the three best. I will say this. You can say it right now. You can't debate it. Best linebacking core in the NFL is the Dallas Cowboys.
And they're winning right now.
Yes.
So just let it be. Tell me this doesn't sound like Dak and Tony all over again.
Yeah, but that worked out for them.
It's not as serious. Yeah, because they let Dak stay in there. Don't mess. It's not broke. Don't fix it.
I just think it's funny that Jerry holds a press conference every week. I think it's no other owner does.
There could be no other way. All right. So what does Bill Belichick think about days off, Colin? Does he like days off?
No days off.
Let's listen to him after Super Bowl 51.
No days off. No days off. No days off.
Oh, yeah.
No days off. No days off. No days off. Go Pats!
I mean, just the no fun zombie chant.
Okay.
All right. Well, Bill had a new message for his team after Sunday's win over the Vikings.
We'll see you Wednesday.
What's happening? Things
Getting
are
very
happening
soft.
in New England. He's getting soft in his older years. Give him the day off on Monday.
We get Tuesday, Monday and Tuesday.
Exactly. That's why everyone's cheering. They don't have to come in until Wednesday.
I don't like to see that.
It could be a.
You give
a
Goulet,
sign.
you give John Goulet an extra day off.
Could be an omen.
He'd be out drinking and come in. He'd be like Christian Bale. He'd come back in, gain 80 pounds, hungover. You can't give Goulet that.
How long would it take you to gain 80 pounds?
Oh, I could not gain 80 pounds. I could gain 30. I don't even think I wouldn't even want to gain. I wouldn't. I don't want to screw. I'm 50. I don't want to mess with my body and mess it
That's
up.
what I'm saying. Like at a certain age, you just can't. That's just not even an option.
Now, in my 20s, my weight ebbed and flowed.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been trying to lose like 7 or 8 pounds now for 6 months, and I can't lose a pound because I keep eating pretzels and almonds all day. Once you get to be my age, you can't.
Pretzels and almonds.
You can't lose weight. I can't lose weight. What I am is what I am now.
It's all good. Luckily, that's not on our job description. So finally, Hawks rookie Trae Young drew all the comparisons to Steph Curry during the pre-draft process, and now their first meeting against each other as pros is out of the way. Steph Curry is ready to move on from those comparisons.
Honestly, it's getting old, to be honest. I mean, again, he's his own player. Just like when I was a rookie, Steve Nash's name was thrown out there a lot. You take that with respect and understand it's flattering, but at the end of the day, that's not going to carry you through the league. It's what you do with the opportunity you have in front of you. So I've been blessed to have, had a lot of success and experience in the league. Obviously, you expect Trey to kind of carve out his own lane and again be himself. He didn't have to be anybody else but himself.
I always understood the comparisons of Steph Curry and Trae Young.
They look a little bit alike.
They look a little bit alike.
They play a little alike.
Yeah, this rookie season is not really comparable to Steph's rookie
Listen,
season.
here's the good news about Trae Young. There were some that thought he would be a bust, and he's not.
No,
he's not a bust.
He definitely has a spark. He's had some good games. Overall, this isn't really a real season for the Hawks.
You know what I like about the NFL and the NBA right now? Baseball could learn a thing or two. Because both the NFL and NBA have said, listen, less physicality, more about offense. It is allowing rookies in both sports to flourish. Because one of the problems with the old NBA, it was so physical that no 19-year-old could come into the league and be comfortable.
They didn't have the body for it.
Didn't have the body for it. But the NBA said, no hands, no leaning, no foul. So it allows a kid to come into the league, and if he's quick and he's fast and he can shoot, he works his way right in. You're getting fewer busts. In the NFL, it used to be, you could late hit a guy, and that gets into a quarterback's head. Now it's no huddle. Some of your college offense. Let's do RPOs. You're seeing far fewer busts in the NBA at the top and far fewer busts in the NFL at the top of the draft from offensive stars. I like it.
I like it too.
Joy Taylor, who would not gain 100 pounds for $4 million with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Line News.
We've asked everybody today, so Aaron Rodgers needs a new coach. And we asked Tony, and Tony says you got to keep Aaron Rodgers in the loop. I think the big problem is if you ask Aaron Rodgers who he wants to be coach, and he gives you a name, and you don't hire that guy, does it create resentment? D'Angelo Hall said, you better keep Aaron in the loop.
Obviously, I think we all know Aaron got Mike fired. And so if you got a guy fired, you want to make sure the next guy is a guy that gets along with him and that can coexist together. If you don't have Aaron's input, you have the potential to have the same problem. And that, to me, is a problem of an uninspired Aaron Rodgers and just a team that just doesn't look quite like themselves. He might not be directly sitting in there on the interview, but you best believe if a head coach is on that radar, when they go to dinner, Aaron's going to be at dinner, and he's going to be talking, and they're going to figure out, hey, does this work? Is the chemistry here with these guys? Can they get along? I think you have to do that. If you don't, you do yourself a disservice.
And for the record, Josh McDaniels, according to Yahoo Sports and Charles Robinson, smart guy, somebody I trust, that Josh McDaniels has a group of assistants he likes. Now, Belichick doesn't look like he's retiring anytime soon. I talked to Jimmy Johnson about it this weekend. Belichick's not retiring anytime soon. Tom Brady tells you, I'm not retiring anytime soon. So if Josh McDaniels wants to be a head coach, and he wants to have an elite quarterback, this could be his best opportunity. Because Frank Reich appears to be working with Andrew Luck, and Doug Peterson and Carson Wentz, that's going to work, and Mahomes and Andy Reid's not slowing down. And, if you start looking around the league, Bill O'Brien and Deshaun Watson have won 9 in a row. If you're Josh McDaniels, you're looking around thinking, well, if I take over New England for Belichick, it's going to be in like 3 years, and Tommy's gone. And I don't want to be a head coach without a quarterback. So if you're Josh McDaniels, I totally get him thinking, hey, this is the best quarterback on the market that I may have a chance to work with. If I'm Josh McDaniels and I'm looking around, Luck's taken, Deshaun Watson's guy, Drew Brees' guy, Mike Tomlin's not going anywhere, Brady's got Belichick. I'm looking around the league. Russell Wilson's got Pete Carroll. Maybe that's the job if Pete Carroll retires, but I think Pete will probably re-up for a couple years. This could be your best chance to get a job, Josh McDaniels, with a star quarterback with 5 years left. So I don't doubt at all Josh McDaniels would lobby for this job. This is as good a coaching. If you're an offensive guy, you got to have a quarterback. This is it. Because most of the other good quarterbacks, they got their guy. And he's not going to go to Cleveland. He's not going to go to Cincinnati with Andy Dalton. He's not doing that kind of stuff. He's not going to Jacksonville. Coming up next, the heavyweight champ of the world, Deontay Wilder. And that's a perfect last name for the fight he had this weekend, a controversial and narrow win. That's coming up. Are you looking for the perfect gift this holiday season? Look no further than Untuck It, the original Untuck shirt. Listen, traditional shirt.